What's up, USHL fans? Welcome to Week 7 of the U Show. I'm Jonny Lazarus coming to you live from Omaha, Nebraska, where I was here to take in 2 games at home for the Omaha Lancers. On Saturday night, they played against the Lincoln Stars, and on Sunday, they captured a 3-1 win against the Tri-City Storm. It was great to get the Omaha Lancer experience firsthand for the first time in my life, so I had a blast, and I want to thank the Omaha Lancers organization for hosting me all weekend. We got plenty of content coming out this week from my weekend trip here in Omaha, so look out for that in the next coming days. Let's take a look around the league at everything that happened this past weekend. The Lincoln Stars won in overtime on Saturday night. Alex Pelletier keeps his hot streak going. He picked up an assist in that game, and he is tied for the league lead in scoring with Boston Bruins pick Cooper Simpson of the Youngstown Phantoms and Detroit Red Wings pick Brent Solomon of the Sioux Falls Stampede. Each of them had multiple points over the weekend.
Eichler kept it in front, sends one for Pelletier, who shoots. He scores! Alex Pelletier! Up the wall to O'Leary and down to Simpson. Dances around a man, cuts to the slot, shot, score!
In Des Moines, they have points now in 9 of their last 10 games. Blake Solinsky scored with 2 seconds left in regulation to help them tie against Tri-City. Then Max Weiland was perfect in the shootout on Saturday night to help the Des Moines Buccaneers capture that victory.
Off the half boards, right out in front, shot, panel, score! Yeah, baby, yeah, baby, yeah. The Buccaneers tie it up. Even strength goal as the penalty expired. 2.9 seconds remaining in the third period. We have ourselves a 2-2 hockey game.
Luke Gockler of the Chicago Steel scored with 1 minute and 28 seconds left in regulation on Friday night to help the Steel beat the Youngstown Phantoms in overtime and ultimately split the weekend with the Phantoms winning 6-1 on Saturday night. So great action out in Youngstown between those two teams this weekend. AJ White of the Fargo Force has been incredible all season with a 6-0-0-1 record. Remember, 6 wins, 0 losses, 0 overtime losses, but 1 shootout loss. So that's why there's 4 numbers in the record. He has a 1.25 goals against average and a .952 save percentage, which tops in the USHL right now. He was 14-6-2-0 with a 2.78 goals against and a .899 save percentage in Madison last year. So he's on fire right now. He's in a tandem with Alan Lendak, and combined, they've limited opponents to an average of 2.33 goals per game, which is second best in the league compared to the Muskegon Lumberjacks, who have a 2.31 goals per game with Carl Axelson and Will Keane between the pipes for the Lumberjacks. Now let's get into our 3 stars of the week, and we will start up front with our forward of the week, and that was Trey Jeffress of the Sioux City Musketeers. He's committed to Northeastern University. Jeffress recorded 3 goals and 5 points in Sioux City's set of 3 games in 3 days, leading the USHL in both categories with teammate Will Tomko. Jeffress had 1 goal and 1 assist in Sioux City's loss to Lincoln on Thursday and had 1 goal, 1 assist in their win against the Stars on Friday, as well as a goal in the Musketeers' victory against Waterloo on Saturday. He finished the weekend with 13 shots on goal and a +2 rating.
Pinching down right side is Stanger. Stanger comes away with the puck, fires a shot, got blocked. Out front shot, goal! Trey Jeffress! Oh my, first shot by Stanger got blocked, pops right over to Jeffress. Jeffress turns and releases.
Now let's move over to the blue line, our defenseman of the week, Josef Eichler of the Lincoln Stars. I got to watch him firsthand on Saturday night here in Omaha. He led USHL defensemen in scoring with 5 points on 1 goal and 4 assists in the Stars' set of 3 games in 3 days. Eichler picked up a goal and 2 helpers in Lincoln's win against Sioux City on Thursday. He had 2 assists in the Musketeers' loss to the Stars on Friday and 1 assist in Lincoln's overtime win against Omaha on Saturday. He finished with a +5 rating, recording points on the power play, shorthanded, and at even strength.
Gets it to De La Salle. De La Salle gets it back to the point. Eichler takes a shot. It's deflected in and they score. Josef Eichler.
And last but not least, let's talk about the man between the pipes, our goalie of the week, Michael Prodl of the Tri-City Storm. He's a prospect of the Detroit Red Wings and was drafted in this past year's NHL draft. He helped the Storm to a 1-0-0-1 record over the weekend with a 1.44 goals against average and a .950 save percentage. He turned aside 22 of 23 shots in Tri-City's 4-1 win on Friday and made 35 of 37 saves in a 3-2 shootout loss against Des Moines on Saturday. Unbelievable weekend from Prodl in goal for the Storm. Now let's talk about some alumni that are tearing up the NCAA in Division I hockey. Max Plant moved into the NCAA's scoring lead with 15 points for Minnesota Duluth. There are now 4 of the top 5 scorers from the USHL playing college hockey. And while we're at it, let's talk about some of the commitments that we've seen come over the past couple weeks. Charlie Vig this past week of the Omaha Lancers committed to Bemidji State. Charlie and his brother Maxon will team up together at Bemidji next year. Maxon is a freshman this year. He played in the USHL last year, so great to see the Vig brothers united once again. So I want to shout out Brady O'Malley of the Green Bay Gamblers. He committed to Bowling Green. So a couple big news items out of the USHL this week as far as NCAA commitments go. Also want to talk about the World U17 Challenge this week. Michael Tang of the Madison Capitals and Ty Bergeron of the Muskegon Lumberjacks, both tenders, have joined members of the U17 team representing the U.S. at the World U17 Challenge. The U.S. has won the 6-team 5-nation tournament 6 times. The last time they won the championship was in 2022. Also, shout out to the NTDP U18s participating in the 5 Nations tournament. So a lot going on with USA Hockey these next coming days. Over the weekend in Omaha, I got a chance to catch up with Tri-City Storm head coach John Torchetti, who's in his first year as the bench boss for the Tri-City Storm and in the USHL. It was great catching up with him, so check out the interview right now. I'm Jonny Lazarus with John Torchetti, the head coach of the Tri-City Storm, before tonight's game against the Omaha Lancers. Coach, third game in 3 days. You guys have won 4 of the last 6. What's going right for your hockey club right now?
Well, just trying to get the details done night in, night out for 60 minutes, but getting some great goaltending along with some great play from our defensemen. But overall, just trying to get our team to understand to play a 60-minute game.
What have you learned about yourself so far in this early stint back in the USHL?
Had a lot of rust. I was off for 2 years, so it's something as a coach you don't forget. You know, it's not like riding a bike, you just get on it, but just the little details yourself as a coach and holding the team accountable, having the discipline and consequences. We got a lot of young guys, so, you know, it's you feel like an octopus. You're trying to rein them in all the time during the game. It's a lot of fun. I mean, that's why I came back here. I love to teach. I love the kids. I think that the number one thing is to teach them to play the game the right way, to be great Division I hockey players.
Speaking of that, you coached in the NHL for a long time. You won a Stanley Cup. Do you have to remind yourself that these are just kids, or is coaching the same exact way in the USHL as it would be in the NHL?
I think that's the best formula. You just treat them just like they're hockey players. I've done this. This is my 3rd junior team, so I've done it twice before, and I just think you treat them as athletes. You try to respect them. You're going to have to push them. I mean, you got some kids that really coming out of high school, so you're trying to break a lot of bad habits that they try to play one-on-one, and I think myself for being over in Russia for a year, that's more of a one-on-one game, trying to adapt that into our system here. I think we're starting to see the curve. We're probably right around 40 minutes of play, playing a consistent game, playing the right way, playing a system, because a lot of these kids have never played it before.
Have you learned anything from them?
Oh yeah, a lot. Love it. You know what? They give me energy. They make me want to work hard. I mean, the reason why you're a coach is you want to give them all the information they can and have them prepared for every night and every game so they can move on in the future. And also about life. I mean, I'm having a great time with them. You know, take a lot of Advil some nights, but it's part of the game, but I'm really enjoying it.
So you have some young studs on the team as well. There's a lot of talent on this team, but 2 guys that really stand out are Bodie Leyland and Michael Prattle. Obviously, Prattle's a goaltender and Leyland's a defenseman, so a little bit different in those scenarios. But when you have to coach these guys who have a lot of, I don't want to say pressure, but, you know, a lot of eyeballs on them, do you have to, like, coddle them a little bit, or do you give it to them like you would as an NHL coach, like you have in the past?
No, I just think they're great athletes, so they want to be pushed. Michael, just this weekend alone, I mean, last night we're in Des Moines. I think he had like 3 breakaways in a row and exciting 3-on-3. Not for a coach though, but 3 breakaways. But what a hard work! Both of these kids are what you want as your leaders in your locker room. I mean, Michael can step up now and say what he wants, meaning pushing the team, pushing the D, getting them come back for pucks hard, talking on the ice. Bodie Leyland, I think that he's starting to really form and understand what he's playing high minutes. I mean, we had 5 guys out, defensemen, for 5 games, so he was averaging 26 minutes. But now, when he's playing 26 minutes, he has to play effective 26 minutes, or you're going to be dropped down. So that's high pressure, and to do that 3 and 3 nights too says a lot about the kid.
Okay, my last one for you. Favorite part about Kearney, Nebraska?
Everything, the people. Love it. I think for myself, I mean, I've enjoyed a lot of it, and I think they're going to enjoy watching this team from Christmas on. It's a great place to live.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Great chatting with head coach Torchetti of the Tri-City Storm. And now we're going to talk about some more USHL alumni that are in the big leagues, the NHL. And there are a ton that represent the USHL in the top 10 leaders in points. Jack Eichel of the NTDP, Macklin Celebrini of the Chicago Steel, Nick Schmaltz of the Green Bay Gamblers, and Kyle Connor of the Youngstown Phantoms, all top 10 in the NHL in scoring. And in the blue paint for goalies, Jakob Dobish of the Omaha Lancers, Dan Vladar of the Chicago Steel, Devin Cooley of the Muskegon Lumberjacks, Brandon Bussey of the Muskegon Lumberjacks as well, and Thatcher Demko of the Omaha Lancers and the NTDP, all goaltenders now leading the NHL by goals against average. So great to see those netminder alumni USHL players doing well at the pro level. To wrap up week 7 of the U Show, we're going to talk about what's coming up in the USHL, getting started early this week with a Thursday school day game in Sioux City between the Sioux City Musketeers and the Fargo Force at 11 a.m. Central Time and noon Eastern Time. After beating the U18s 5-3 on Thursday, the league-leading Muskegon Lumberjacks prep for a 3-3 against the Des Moines Buccaneers for 2 games and the Chicago Steel for 1 game this weekend. The Sioux Falls Stampede are 7-2-1 in their last 10 games. They're going to travel for a 2-game series at the Youngstown Phantoms this weekend. And goalie Leonards Feldbergs of the Sioux Falls Stampede has the 5th best goals against average in the league at 2.26 goals against per game. Also, our live to social game on Flow Hockey will be between the Dubuque Fighting Saints and the Sioux City Musketeers. Sunday, November 9th at 3:05 p.m. Central and 4:05 p.m. Eastern. It's the first time meeting since the first game of the USHL season. Dubuque won that game by a whopping score of 10-2, so a big revenge game for the Sioux City Musketeers. The teams don't meet often. The last time Dubuque won in Sioux City was actually October of 2019. The Fighting Saints coach Evan Dixon was an assistant with the team at the time. So East versus West, Dubuque is off to a great start as one of the top teams, and Sioux City is just a game below 500, so a big matchup for the Musketeers at home. That's going to wrap it up for week 7 of the U Show. Can't wait to see what happens throughout the league this week, and we will be back to you next Monday with week 8 recaps.